Hi everybody and welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. Oh, this is the Rolodex Collage Challenge, and I have all my leftover scraps here from a couple of my other videos, and I thought I would see what I might be able to use, what I'm not going to use. Here's some more scraps. So I would love to have you stick around. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My door is open for everyone to come by and take a peek. Hopefully you will like what you see. I think most people do. And if not, that's okay. You can just move on to the next shop and maybe there's something else in there that would fit you a little bit better. Just picking up a few things here. So I would love to have you, if you are new, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel and let me know if you're a new subscriber. I will send big well wishes to you. And for all of my gals that are true and blue to me, thank you. I really love you all. You're all very extremely special to me, and I've never felt so much love from total strangers in my life. And I say total strangers, you're not strangers to me. The only reason I say that is that we haven't met, okay? I wish we could meet. I wish it would be fun to do a get-together, a YouTube get-together. That would be a big hoot. I would absolutely love that. You never know. Something may transpire down the road in one of life's little funky turns. But yes, you're all very, very important to me. And for all of my Patreon subscribers who support me in another way, I thank you too, because I feel when I'm over there and I'm doing more personal videos, I can really be myself. Not that I'm not here, I am, but I can get a little bit more in depth with feelings and maybe some inspiration to you. I have been doing a lot of faith-based collaging. I have a wonderful journal that I purchased from Kate Spade over at Pixie K Designs, and I'm so behind on Kate's videos, and I feel horrible about that because she is a wonderful artist. If you haven't seen her work, I invite you to go over to Pixie K Designs. And I use Kate's journal, and we've done some art and prayer collaging, and I just love it. That's where I really feel comfortable. So for those that are joining me at my table with those, thank you very, very much. So this morning I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to work on the Rolodex. And I'll tell you how special everybody is to me when I said I really, truly do love you. I woke up this morning and I wasn't feeling the best. I was feeling a little anxious. I had to go for a pulmonary test today, okay? And I couldn't have my coffee beforehand. You can't have coffee before a pulmonary test. The pulmonary test was just part of the, was part of my autoimmune series that I had to do for my iritis. And I had an early morning chat with Carol Laws. Carol is out of country right now. Her and her wonderful husband are traveling and having a wonderful time in France, or in the States, we say France. So I had a wonderful chat with Carol, and we've become great friends. And then yesterday I had an amazing chat with Debbie over at My Vagabond. And Debbie and I have become very close, which is wonderful. And then this morning I came out of the pool. I had to stop at the pool company and put a deposit down on a new liner, and I had to grab some chlorine tabs. And Chris from I Tear Paper, she left a wonderful message for me that came through, and I just want to say it really relaxed me, and I just felt very hopeful, and I just feel that I'm very blessed to have so many wonderful, wonderful people in my life. And just something as small as a, hey, I'm thinking about you, said a little prayer for you, you're in my thoughts. It really, really, really can change somebody's outlook. So I came home, my down and out doldrums, or whatever you want to call them, are gone. I had a wonderful conversation just now with my suburban propane guy. Like, I met the new neighbor. I met Brady, who's putting in a fence for his dog. So it does mean a lot. I mean, when you comment and you watch, it can really change somebody's mood to a very uplifting and joyful day. So the little things do count, believe me. So as you can see here, I have all of these scrap papers, and they are from the collage, my last bird collage, and they've been sitting on my desk, and I've decided that instead of just putting them in a folder or whatever, I'm going to use them with my Rolodex cards. This was a little cutout, I think, from one of my last projects. The only thing I pulled new were these Tim Holtz Old Time Scenery series, and it's not Tim Holtz. These I think I got on AliExpress. So these are really cool rulers. I wanted to use those. I had some really cool Buster Brown stamps that looked like that. And do you think I can find them? No, because I put them in a safe place where I wouldn't lose them and where I could use them for something like this. And I cannot for the life of me find, oh, see this? This says hope. And I wanted to use this here. So see that? This says hope. So I'm going to definitely use that. But I cannot find these gosh darn Buster Brown stamps that I have. And they're so cool. So when I do find them, I'm going to use them on my next Rolodex cards. I might as well just pull. These are little things that I just kind of stick in here. That when I pull out and I don't use, look at her, isn't she cute? I think she's fab. I stick in this little jewelry tin. Okay, so let's get going. All right, because I don't want to have this be another hour-long collage. Some of my videos have been a little bit longer, and I'd like to apologize for that, but I can't because I feel that on the collaging, I have to do a little bit longer so you can see the entire process and my thinking and why I'm pulling certain things and why I'm moving things around. And just so you know, you can always change. I mean, if you want to, I'd love to have you watch the whole video. But if you don't, if you want to watch the whole video, but you want to speed it up a little bit, you can certainly change the speed of the video. All right, you can do it at your end. So this here was a piece of paper that I pulled out, and as you can see, I'm going to use this one piece for both. Oh, my long scissors are downstairs because I was doing some fussy cutting. So this is going to be interesting. I pulled this piece, like I said, and I'm going to use it on both cards. Sometimes when I do these cards together, I like to make them somewhat identical. They don't always have to be identical, but I will do that. And I find it very interesting. I'm not too bad now, but I was a little shaky after this. I don't know if you've ever had a pulmonary test before. I used to have them. I'm going to put this on this side just to change it up a little bit. I used to have them occasionally, not like I had today. When I received allergy shots, and I was having trouble either with the flu or, come on, Barbie. Let me just get this on here, because you know me, I can't talk and do this, because this is that glue that dries really fast. Gosh dang it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this. I'm shaky. I had to do a test today with albuterol. And the girl told me, she goes, you might be a little shaky during the test or after the test. And plus, with my cup of coffee, with the caffeine, I don't feel like I'm going to run off the rails yet, but I'm putting my body through the test right now. And this is why I like to use my big scissors, because I don't like clipping along in little strokes. Okay. All right. I'm not going to cut them out just yet. So there are the two cards there. So see, you can use one nice piece of paper and use it for both of the cards. And I don't want to put too much thought into these. I have these, the New York Central Railroad. I thought one of these would be fun to use on there. These are little coupons. I got these out of my fun little stash of vintage ephemera. I'm just going to cut this down a little bit more on this one. Okay, all right, so I might use that one there. And I hope everybody is doing really well. I want to use this saying. And there's another saying that I have here I wanted to use. Oh, so the two sayings I want to use is, one is, there is no excuse better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up. Because that has been happening a lot for me lately. People lifting me up and keeping me going and just showing their love and concern. And then integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. And I'm really a big one on integrity. That is, I hold myself to a very high standard of integrity. And some people would say I'm being stubborn, or, and I'm like, no, I'm not being stubborn. I have higher standards for other people. And it just comes down to integrity with them. And if one doesn't have integrity, you know, there used to be a time where a handshake was all you had to do with a person, or all you had to do was give them your word. You know, I give you my word, I will take care of it or do it. And I don't find that anymore with people. And I've always said, if I say something out loud, I have to hold myself to what I say. And that has made me very careful as to what I say out loud, or if I'm going to commit to something, because I think it's very, very important to be your word. And I find that that's happening less and less. And that makes me sad. So I'm always very careful what I say or commit to. Because if I say it out loud, I hold myself to a very high standard, and I have to follow through. So I found those two sayings, and I think that they're just really, they're great for these here. And if I put that there like that, then I can always put a ruler down here, because I want to use this up. I'm going to bring that up a little bit because I want more of that post to show. And joy. There's two joys. I have two joys that follow my account. So my two joys, I want you to know as well how much joy you bring to me. You send emails to me and messages, and I love you both. I love everybody. And it's funny, I just find sometimes, you know, I will, because I haven't met anybody, and a lot of times if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have your picture there. So I feel, you know, a little bit closer. It's like, oh, that's what joy looks like, or this or that one. And there's a gal that follows me from the UK. Her name is Dorothy. And I don't know, Dorothy, I don't know what you look like. I love all the messages that you send to me. And I told Dorothy that I kind of picture her like my dad had an Aunt Dorothy, and she lived out in the state of Washington. And Dorothy was a paper artist, and she made the most beautiful handmade cards, She would watercolor them, and she would do a lot of other things. She did embossing, but cards that you normally don't see. And this was before I was paper crafting, and I was always in awe of her work when she would send my dad a card. And so Dorothy, whenever I hear from you, I always think of my great Aunt Dorothy. I don't know why, but I think it's just, you don't hear too many of the names Dorothy anymore. And I think that's why I associate you with my great aunt. So I love it when you send me comments and things, because it brings me back to my dad and my Aunt Dorothy's cards, and that just makes me joyful. It just puts a big smile on my face, and it takes me back to years that I don't have anymore. So you never know how you're going to touch someone when you leave a message or whatever. So I love all my gals. All right, so I would like to I have the one hope here. So integrity is doing, I think I'm going to place this one here about reaching the heart, lifting people up. I think I'm going to put that one there because we have to stay hopeful, don't we? Because without hope, I hate to see, this is when I collage. I hate to cover all this up because I just think it's so pretty. Let's see, maybe I want to put the hope down here. Let me cut this little hope out here. That's my other dilemma when I collage, is that some of the images I really like. I just think they're really pretty. That would just be pretty like that. But yeah, so I hope you're all being crafty. This weekend we have a lot of graduations in our neck of the woods, and I think I'm going to put that right there. But I don't want to put that there. I want to put the hope here. I want to do two hopes. Maybe I'll just put this down here. That way I can still see a little bit of the flowers, okay? And I think it's supposed to rain. So I feel bad. My girlfriend, Lee, my crafty one that makes my bags, and Joy, you have one of her bags that I sent you from being a generous giraffe over on my Patreon. That's one of the little perks. They're having a graduation party for their daughter, and oh, I feel so bad. I'm going to leave that. I have to cut this out, so see what I did. And we're supposed to have thunderstorms and rain on Sunday. So let's see how much of this I'm going to lose. Now, if I wasn't using, I call it liquid cement, but it's art glitter glue. And a lot of people ask, what's the white bottle you're using? Dries clear adhesive. The only thing, if you use this art glitter glue, if you put something down, forget it. You are not going to get it up. So if you're new to collaging, or even if you're scrapbooking, because they say that that's acid-free, dries acid-free, so you could use that on a scrapbooking page. But I think you have to go with the lignin as well. Like this here, I knew I wasn't going to get that saying up, so I think I'm going to be missing. Yeah. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. So I kind of messed that up, but I know what it says. So you may want to, I probably should have, it's not a very good teaching lesson to start collaging when these aren't cut out. because I wouldn't want to have done that, but that's okay. It's a good example for all the girls that are making these too. Don't make the same mistake I did. Okay, all right, so I'm going to call that one done because we have our hope on that one. And let me get this one cut out. Okay. And my son is down in Texas visiting his buddies, and I guess he's withstanding the heat. So I'm anxious to hear all about his trip when he gets home. And God bless him, he has been doing some work as well. He has to help my husband. Well, he doesn't have to. He's chosen to work with my husband's business, and you know, he's still learning, but we're pretty proud that our accounting department has said that Michael's been calling and checking in and checking his emails and doing things even though he's away with his buddies. You can, you know, tell your children that it's important that you're going to run a company, you have to be available at all times, but it's hard because sometimes they just don't get it. But he's getting it. All right, so let's see. I would like to use another little one of these, maybe, kind of, sort of. And then this one, maybe I'll just put this one here. And I'd like to put a little, so there's no extra than heart reaching down, lifting people up. Let's see. And I think maybe I will put a dragonfly. I know I was going to use this hope. What did I do with that? I cut it out, but I think it might be too big to put on the front. But I can't find it. Well, there you go. You're probably all saying, it's up in the left-hand corner. It's right there. It's right there. But I don't find it. I don't see it. It didn't fall down, so somebody didn't want me to use that. Oh, it's right here, silly me. No, it's not. All right, well, I'm going to move on. All right. So I'm going to put that there. And I think I am. I think I'm just going to put a little dragonfly. And I think that will be good. Yeah, and I hope the heat has broke. You know, with my son being in Texas, it's been 100-something degrees. And it's going to be interesting to hear what he says about the Texas heat opposed to the northern Adirondack heat and humidity. But I hope you're all staying cool and you aren't being affected by the heat. I'm going to put that right there. I like that little dragonfly. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to leave that. I was going to put one on there too, but I just don't want to make them that identical, you know. So I think that's it. I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to ink around this one, and then I will stamp them, and I will come back and show you my stamping on the back, my feelings, and then we will wrap it up. Okie dokie, I have them stamped. So this is the one, integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. And I put on here happy because I am happy today. I'm very happy today. It's a good day. And then this one here, there's no excuse better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up. And on this one here, I put loved because I feel very, very loved by everybody. There's so many gals that are here for me. I could name you all. I could just sit here and the list could go on and on and on and on. You're just all, you just mean the world to me, and I thank you. Lisa, I'm glad that you're back from your world travels. I know you are one busy girl, and I'm so happy that you're back around my table. Susan, I know you have your own channel. You actually have 2 channels. Susan Gay's away, but she's always here for me, leaving me messages. Debbie, I mean, I could just start from A and go to Z. You know, Julie, everybody. I just appreciate you all. I mean, again, words cannot express how much you all mean to me. So thank you everybody for joining in. I hope you liked these 2 little cards. I really like using all of these extra little scraps. So get yourself a little basket, and when you're done working on a larger project, throw them in there and make these little Rolodex cards. You know, if you're not a card maker and you want to send someone a nice card, make a Rolodex card and put it on the front. You know, maybe next week I will do that. I'll show you how, you know, if you don't actually have you can't find a Rolodex to house these in, or it's something that, you know, you don't want to do, you can also use playing cards. Playing cards are just about the same size, and I can show you how to do that and even how to store them. You don't need to have a per se Rolodex to store them in. So maybe in the next 2 videos, I can go over that with you and give you some ideas on how to store them and what to do with that. So I want to give everybody huge hugs out there, big sloppy kisses to you all, because I feel very, very loved, and you all make me extremely, extremely happy. So I will see you in my next video, and I want everybody to have the best day they can, and have a great week, everyone. Alrighty, bye-bye.